was the locker room like after this win? Not only a big win for you guys, also a huge accomplishment to celebrate with Steph.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, great win for us. Bouncing back and, putting two together now. It's kind of been our story this season, putting two together, losing two. So, trying to get over that hump for us. But I mean, sometimes throughout the course of games or just the course of, playing basketball, you tend to realize that, you're watching greatness on an everyday basis. So, obviously him being in this organization, what Stephen has meant to this organization from, getting drafted here, how the organization has changed, turn around and, become one of the best organizations in the league over, the past 12 years is, a testament to who he is, what he's been about, and the path that he's trailblazed for, guys that are still, whether it's under recruited or, still feel that they're underrated. He keeps that chip with him every day on his shoulder, and you see that. And, he's a nice guy on the court, but, I mean, you guys obviously see it. He's a killer on the court. So it was a huge accomplishment for him. And, there's many more things that, can happen from this. So obviously, hats off to him for being an all-time leading scorer. Yeah, in the Warriors history. Is that Mully? What's up, baby?
How did Steph's very hot start in the first quarter get things going for everybody?
It was huge. I mean, obviously, him starting hot, there's been games before where, he's sort of started hot and, we weren't able to, whether it's convert on the defensive end. We knew going into halftime, we were like, we're at, a pretty good place. We just have to make sure that we string some more stops together and, just try to take advantage of, what we can on offense, whether it was mismatches or, just trying to get the ball moving from side to side. And I mean, if you look at it, we had 23 assists. We had a couple of turnovers late, but we were basically a 2-to-1 assist to turnover throughout the game. Guys getting the ball moving from side to side and creating for each other.
What's going to be the challenge for you guys moving forward, battling centers like Jokic with only Looney as your usable center right now? And what did you think of the job he did tonight in 31 minutes?
I mean, I think that was what Loon's probably career high in minutes.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, so, for him, just obviously, continue to take care of his body, but also knowing, what's the mantra here in Golden State is strength in numbers. So, just having guys next man up, just being ready to go. Juan played a phenomenal game tonight. If you look at the stat sheet, sure, it says he only took one shot, but his impact that he had on the game, on the defensive end, communicating. Draymond, of course, played an amazing game. And, whether we're undersized or, we do have a lot of bigs. The main thing is trying to just get stops, get rebounds, and then get out and use our athleticism.
Damion, what does it do for a team when you got a guy like Steph who can give you 21 in the first quarter in terms of generating something over the course of the night?
It's huge. Like I was saying earlier, there's sometimes where, not to be like a fan of the game, but, you're sitting there on the bench and you're amazed at things that he can do on the court. And, obviously having, someone like that who works on their craft and tries to perfect their craft as much as possible, it's great to have on your team, but, we can't rely on Steph having 53 points every single night. So, everyone has to make sure that they continue to bring their A game, continue to be a star in your role and whatever that is, accept that challenge and every single night, come out and fight. I mean, this was, a solid win for us. Obviously not having Kelly, hurts us, but, going forward, just, like I said, continue guys just to step up and, do what your role is.
Hey, D-Lee, it's Mully.
Yes, sir.
A game like tonight, there's a lot of chat about where you guys may finish in the play-in tournament. Denver Nuggets, one of the favorites in the West. You guys handled them pretty much from start to finish. Does this give you a little motivation and maybe what could happen if you guys just get into that play-in tournament and no matter who you play, I see you can match up with anybody in the West and get in there and surprise some people.
Yeah, I mean that's where we are right now, Mully. It's just a matter of taking it game by game. Sort of for me at least, I'm taking a look at the standings. So, as long as we're in that playing tournament, and we just go from there. But I feel like this thing, as long as we get on a run, then we can position ourselves to be, a solid position, whether it's the playing game or in the top 6 seed, and then just go from there. I mean, kind of just focusing on ourselves, the things that we can continue to do better. Night in and night out, try not to, make the same mistakes twice, going from game to game, and then just continue to learn and build from there. But, for us, it's just a matter of focusing on what we can do we got 15 games left, 19 games. So for these next 19 games, just continue to focus on ourselves, try to put ourselves in the best position. And then when the playoffs come, at the end of the day, it's a 7-game series. So just try to go from there.
Hi, Damian. It's Maria Vidal for Top Deportes in Latin America.
Yes.
You were looking at the stats and talked about Juan. So, how would you feel about playing with a guy like him? And also, how would you describe your teammates' performance tonight?
Yeah, I mean, everyone stepped up and played well tonight. I mean, obviously, Steph had an amazing performance, but everyone came in and did their role and did what they were supposed to do. We got timely stops when we needed, and we were able to score and convert on the other end. And then on the front of Juan, I mean, I've said this before, Juan is like a brother to me. We've known each other for the past, 3 years, and just seeing the growth and development of him, the time that he's put into his game, and the synergy that we have on the court, obviously from playing together in Santa Cruz. Any success that Juan has, I'm cheering for him every single day. And, whenever he feels like that he's down, I'm always there to try to support him and bring him up, because that's what brothers do. And, even for everyone on this team, whether, they're on my team or they're not, in the next couple of years, just always rooting for guys and supporting guys, because we have a great group of guys. And, that kind of gets lost in the sauce. Sometimes people, just look at us as basketball players, but we're people first. And having such a great group of guys that you care for and that'll be there for your brothers, that stuff is going to last a lifetime. And I'm pretty sure anybody on here that's played sports, Mully, anybody that's played sports can attest to that, as long as you have a good group of guys around you and guys that you care about, those guys will be your brothers or sisters for life.